All right, we are going live, gathering some steam here. Wanted everybody to be able to have some time to come in. With any luck at all my dog barking will happen before all this stuff goes on. Hey guys, Don Hobbs here, excited to have you joining us. There are some people coming on, just giving a little bit of time, just a little bit of stretch to get people in here and be able to talk to more folks. But listen, we are excited to have you here, and thanks for popping into the live. And we, announced yesterday because we were getting ready for some exciting, specific announcements that we wanted to have something go off at the top of the hour, 2 o'clock on the East Coast and about 11 o'clock on the West Coast. And so I'm just, we've got some people. There we go. Hey, I don't know who, by the way, if you want to make comments, I'd love to hear from you, but I can't see who it is that makes comments because unless you give StreamYard permission, they can't publish they won't publish your name. So howdy from Texas. I don't know who that is, but howdy back from, we moved from Austin and spent some of our time still there, of course, but we really moved a lot of our life to this place called Puerto Rico. So we're hanging out here a lot more than we are anywhere else. So guys, this is a very specific announcement. Things that we're doing in Expert Partners. And, we've been working with Expert Partners, our company, Allison and I, and by the way, she's running behind the scenes and doing things. Hey, Sham, nice to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're here. Jim Mader. Oh my gosh, Jim, prayers for you. I saw your post, and I'm so happy that you're giving us updates on things. So, Expert Partners is Allison's and my training program. When we came up with Expert Partners, the International Association of Expert Partners, a lot of it was that, we didn't want it to be just the Don show or the Allison show or the Don and Allison show, that there's a lot of people, that it's really hard anymore to be a genius and expert at all things from every area of real estate, and that we could partner with people who were the geniuses, the experts. And of course, that's what where we came up with the name Expert Partners, for that very reason, to be able to work with so many experts in these little narrow fields, these little narrow studies going on. Hey, Patricia, nice to see you here. And that's what, the Expert Partners is all about. So today we're announcing, of course, that we're doing a new program. We're launching a new program. It's happening real soon. And we wanted to give you some insight on that. But I do want to also say that as we get into this, I've been gathering talent for a long, long time. Some of you know me for a relatively short time, and others of you have known me for many, many years. I've been kind of training in the real estate space since the mid 80s. And we had a chance to do something really big and created a company called Hobbs Herder Advertising. And that was all about personal branding, marketing. And of course, we were kind of introducing the idea that if you had a following of people, if you brought people to you, if you attracted people through your branding, that you actually had a better chance of building a business versus having a sales career. And so we've been doing that for a long, long time. And we were putting about 60,000 people a year through programs. And so after I retired, in a journey through owning real estate companies and so many things that were in the industry, we were excited again to start Expert Partners. And of course, we launched it just before COVID hit. So it was a little disruptive to what we were thinking. But hey, Julie, I'm so glad you're here. Stephanie Stovall's in the house. Julie told me she was going to tune in today. It's so good to have you here. So we started this, of course, just before COVID. And I'll tell you, right before all that started, we were coming into the year 2020, if you remember when all this happened. And in October, November, December, January of that year, I was doing a multi-city tour with a program called 2020 Vision. Makes sense, right? Well, why not? Great title for coming into 2020, about our vision, about, the year 2020 was kind of a special, significance, if you will. A lot of everything in round numbers is always kind of cool, but 2020 was even more. And so we went down that path and started down that path. And I went out all over the place and did this program. And I'm going to come back to this because I ended up, one of the cities was in Jacksonville, Florida. And the reason that's significant is because two of the people I'm going to talk about today actually came out of that meeting. You have to know that I've been in this business a long, long time. And, starting my career, Tony Robbins and I were 18 and 17 working with Jim Rohn way back when, before when dirt was still dirt. And one of the things that I will tell you is I've had the pleasure of speaking for 1.6 million realtors. But what's really fun is the people that are in my life today, many of them are from that long distance past, but so many of them are coming into our world right now. And Alice and I are just so fortunate to meet so many great people today. And the game is elevating. So you're meeting some players who, they're not in the business 20 years to become successful. They're blowing it up in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and teaching us all lessons about, what's going on now, how to do it best, et cetera. So to that end, let me get to the point of this live and making sure that everybody knows. Alice and I have been working very diligently with our team, our marketing team, our production team, every part of our team, to produce an event which is coming up. And the event is called Breakthrough Summit. And so Breakthrough Summit 22 is coming up, and the dates are May 24th and 25th. We're very excited about that. Now, where is it? Well, it's in the virtual setting. We're going to be doing it with our specific Zoom. By the way, our Zoom technology is not just a Zoom room or normal Zoom as you know it. We're doing some real cutting edge stuff with Zoom to build a platform out, and excited about that. We've been working on that, and Allison's put in a lot of diligence and time on task over that one. Thank you, babe, for doing that. Hey, Summer from Idaho Falls. Good to see you, girl. Glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here. Nice to see you. So anyway, that event is coming up on the 24th, 25th. It's going to go 5 hours each day. And the part about it that's really special is, for me, it's not, just my program or my training or Allison's training. Or a lot of times we do tandem things, but it's not just us. We reached into both my past and our current structure of people that we have in our lives. And we're so fortunate because we have so many great givers that we hang around with, so many great speakers, so many great people that are influencers, so many great people that are just, just like we are, just so busy pouring into people. And I made a few phone calls and asked for some folks. And I got to tell you, other than a date conflict, I had nobody say no. Everybody said, yes, if you guys are doing this, I want to be part of it. So I want to tell you a little bit about that because there's some great people. And, the idea for the Breakthrough series, and we're going to do 3 of them this year. The idea for the Breakthrough Summit series was to have it be, real estate related for sure, and have great people in there, and have, wonderful top producing, whether they're newer or, veteran, really pouring in panels and great people speaking. But I also wanted to bring in some people from the outside world, people that were, I would say almost from the speaker world, from the personal development world, people that I've known, books I've admired, authors I got to know through the years, and that were willing to pour into the realtors. And, many of these people expect, and get big fees when they speak. And we were able to negotiate the whole thing so that we've got this program. So let me tell you a little bit about who's coming, because it's going to be super spectacular. I see somebody doing the wow face. It really is wow. I'm really excited about who's chosen to play with us and who's on board with this whole thing. I'm going back in to see who's here. Yeah, I see Summer and Julie, and somebody's saying epic. And I'm guessing that somebody's saying, hey, Jim, might be Mike Green. I don't know why I'm thinking that, but it's possible. Idaho in the house. Absolutely. Meg, nice to have you here. So first of all, 16 people on stage, 16 people in 2 5-hour days. And, Alice and I, of course, will be happy to host it. We're excited about that. And then I'm not going to give you the agenda. I'm not telling you when anybody's showing up, but I am telling you that there's some big people showing up. And I'm going to start with some of my good friends who are big names. And no, I'm not. I'm going to start with the panel, because these are people that are really important and special to the conference. They're also very important people to us. And we're doing actually 3 panels. And I'll tell you, 2 of them are agent driven and 1 of them is speaker driven. So the 2 panels are going to be on productivity and profitability. And on that panel, we've got some great folks going to be there. Christina Welch is one of them. Christina, I met at that event in Jacksonville, Florida. And I got to tell you, like, there were 2 people that were just complete standouts. Like, I met a lot of people. It was a huge crowd, but I met 2 people that were complete standouts in one meeting. And Christina was one of them. She runs a team that is spectacular and special. And what she knows about team building, what she knows about building a great business and doing lots of transactions and having a life, which is, by the way, her watchword, that she's grown her whole business with having a life in mind. So she's going to be on that panel. Nate Martinez, longtime friend. I've known Nate for 100 years. He was a client of mine in my old company. He is still spectacularly successful. 80, $90 million a year, owns, I think, 4 or 5 or 6 offices for his franchise organization, owns a title company, owns a mortgage company. How does he do all that and still do, $80 million plus? You're going to find out. Spencer Mcduffie, somebody I got a chance to meet recently, who's just knocking out of the park. 3 years in the business, he's done something like average 60 deals per year since his first year. So he's going to be on the platform. We're excited to have him on the panel. And then, of course, my longtime friend, Lisa Archer. And by the way, these people are coming in from all companies. So it's not like there's any company affiliation here. This is like everybody has just said, hey, I want to help. I want to pour into people. The market's changed. The market's changing. If it hasn't changed yet for you, it's changing. And we want to make sure we get some wisdom in there to say, what do you do now? What do you do now to make this all work for you? So Lisa Archer, Live, Love, Realty, and Charlotte, really great, awesome person I had a chance to meet many years back. And she's on the panel. So that's exciting. We have another panel on a different day, and I'm going to tell you which day is which, but that's on brand and social marketing. And the panelists are very, very important and special to me. We're heavily and personally involved with each one of these. And Ann Stewart is one of our great friends. We're very involved in business with her. Amy Mabe worked with me in my companies, and she did an incredible job. She was one of my big sales leaders. And when she got into real estate, she did exactly what she'd been teaching agents to do and went out and proved that, of course, marketing like that really works. And of course, Allison believes, if it's not a marketing-based business, it isn't business. It's a sales career. It's a cool thing. It just isn't as replicable unless you've got a marketing platform where you're drawing people to you, not to houses, not to your company brand, but to you. And Amy is just killing it. She got into real estate in Yakima, Washington, and she's been slaying it up there ever since. Andrew Smith, longtime friend, one of our coaches in Expert Partners, awesome at social media. He's been in, his team has been in 3 different areas over 2 states, and he's done incredibly well. We're always excited to work with Andrew. And if you've been in any of our other classes, you probably met him. He's just freaking genius when it comes to marketing, branding. He gets it. He also knows social, video. I mean, he's just awesome at that. And then one of my great friends, longtime friend, Amy Flowers. And when you meet this woman and you hear her story, it'll be amazing for you. She, right before I met her, she was bartending. She was in the food service, restaurant business. And she has blown up to be something special. And she's one of the top agents in all of Canada, I think last year. And I don't want to misquote, but I'm pretty sure she did about $180 million in sales. So she knows a little bit about business. Hey, John Hart, good to have you on board, my friend. Glad to have you here. So that's our 2 panels. And then we've got a 3rd panel, and a longtime friend, Bob Berg. Bob Berg wrote a book, which if you have not read it, you got about 1 month before you're going to get a chance to hear him in person. And Bob Berg wrote a book. He's written actually several books, and they're all great. But the one that was my favorite and the one that I just landed on, and I got it and I loved it. And it was like, wow, who is this guy? And his name, Bob Berg, and the book is The Go-Giver. And it is like amazing. And he wrote, of course, other books in that series, The Go-Giver and leadership and different aspects, sales. Bob is amazing. I love listening to him. We've gotten a chance to work together more recently, and he's just amazing. He's one of my favorite. Like if I were to listen to any speaker, he'd be one of my favorites to listen to. I love his cadence. I love what he talks about. I love his heart, and he's just an amazing guy. And he and I are going to be on a panel together and doing some fun stuff about like how do we, keep clients forever, keep clients for life. We call them at Expert Partners. We call them forever clients. How do we have forever clients? Along with Bob and me on that panel, I'm going to say there's some other speakers. One of my good friends that we started hanging together a few years back, his name is Manny Vargas. We just had him speak for one of our events not long ago, and I'm telling you, everybody was like, oh my gosh, who is that guy? He's young, he's dynamic, he's powerful, he's so fun, and Manny's going to be with us. We've got John Brooks. So here I am in Jacksonville, Florida, January 2020. And I said I met two people, John Brooks, complete standout, complete amazing standout. I remember we went to lunch together and I was like, who are you? Like, who thinks like this? Young, financially successful. And he's going to talk about profitability and working with your mind and stop working with your labor, right? Your workforce. You're going to work with your head, and he's really a great one at that. His wife and he, Brittany and John, are just amazing. They've dynamically blown up the real estate business in a real short time, like a very few short years. He's been on major stages for big companies and recently started his own company. So I love having John with us. He's going to be there. And then I've got another longtime friend. In fact, I think he was a graduate of our courses in the way back past, Brad Korn. But you know Brad probably best if you know him at all. You know him because one of the books that we have recommended for years is a book called The E-Myth, and it was written by Michael Gerber. Michael wrote a series of books around the E-Myth, the entrepreneurial myth. And Brad was fortunate enough, and Michael Gerber was fortunate enough to get Brad to write the book, The E-Myth for Realtors. And Brad is going to be with us, and the book has changed my life. That book I've given away probably in the range of 100 to 120,000 of them. So I have a little belief about that book being great. And the E-Myth for Realtors, Brad Korn's going to be with us on stage. And I'm missing somebody. Oh yeah, Davin Michaels. So when we started coming to this area here in Puerto Rico, and it's called Palmas del Mar, you can look it up. When we started coming here, we were staying in a place, and everybody kept saying, "Oh, you're right. You're right across the street from Davin Michaels. You know Davin." I'm like, "No, I don't know Davin." But I mean, this didn't happen once. It didn't happen twice or three times. This happened again and again and again. Everybody's like, "You know Davin Michael?" I'm like, "No, I don't know Davin Michael." So when we started spending a lot of time here, I called him. It turns out he was living like literally across the street from me, like catty corner. I was like 2 houses over and there. And I called Davin and said, dude, we're supposed to know each other. Like, I'm supposed to know you. You are a big deal. And he built a company. I won't spoil all of his thunder because I'm sure he'll tell the story when he's with us. But Davin is just an amazing entrepreneur. He has like everything he's touched, and I'm sure this is not true, but he's got like platinum records, and he's been a producer, and he's been in music, and he's produced a festival that still is a monster. He's produced a company that he sold that for millions. He's like everything this guy touches. He's just an eternal. In fact, he wrote a book called The Virtual Entrepreneur. And Davin's going to be with us. He's electrifying. You will love him. He's one of our special friends. And he's agreed to be there. And like, you don't get these people. This guy's on stage with 15, 20,000 people in arenas like Bob Berg is. And then I'm going to tell you about the last speaker besides Allison and myself. The last speaker that I want to tell you about wrote a little book called Ninja Selling. And if you have not become familiar with Ninja Selling, you need to read it between now and then, because Larry Kendall, longtime friend, we met in the 90s, and he had a very innovative approach to a company that he owned and then became partners with everybody on the team. Everybody became partners. And it's called The Group. It's in Colorado, still there, still a rock of, the pillar of business in that area. And Larry is just an amazing man. I'm guessing around 10 years ago, a little more than that, I think he wrote Ninja Selling, or started the Ninja Process, and then wrote the book. I think the book was actually written in 2017 or 18. I think NAR now has said it's the best real estate book in history. Like, it is the real estate book of all times. And Larry's had like 100,000 people through the program that he teaches, and he teaches with a whole core of people. And so I called Larry and I said, would you do this for me? I was just honored that he said yes, and that he's going to be with us. And so that's our lineup. And of course, Allison knows a little bit about real estate too. And I'm going to be talking about some things, and we're going to be amongst our speakers, as well as, of course, hosting as we do. And so that's what we've got in mind for you guys on the 24th and 25th. You got to go, and please do me a favor, get over here and let's get you into the website. Go to breakthrough22.live, get your tickets. We've got an early bird special. So that whole thing, all of that, I see events all the time like this. I mean, we've been looking at events as we were comparing, and we looked at events. We look at events that were literally $300, $400, $500, even virtual ones. And of course, in person, sometimes the price isn't that different, but in person, $600, $700 that don't have these people, that just don't. And so we're real excited about it, because while we've attached a $297 price to it, the early bird ticket is $47. So go run, get your tickets, buy some for friends, and then get that done, because that special is going to be up next week. And then we go to the normal pricing. So I look forward, of course, to having you guys there. I certainly want you to be part of it. And I'm not seeing any more. Let me go back to my comments, see if there's anything in here that we need. Hey, Bryce. Good God, man. I'm glad you're here. Nice to have you. Yeah, it looks like we're coming to a close on that. Listen, a couple things. This is an event that if you're part of a company or you own a company, I get your people here, because this is going to be a thing right now while all of this is going on, while the industry has been so, I mean, I don't even know how to explain what happened the last 2 years. I've been in this business for 40 years. I've never seen anything like it. If you've been in real estate for a long time, you know what I'm talking about. If you're, by the way, newer to the business and you have been succeeding, I'm going to say this, don't be offended, but if you've been succeeding during this best market in history, I'm questioning, was it you or the market? And I'm just saying, you better figure out how to do it when it means you're doing something that's impacting your success versus the market is bringing you success. Because if you don't figure that out over the next few months, you will find yourself in a very, very different place. This is not going to become a market for the faint at heart. And those who are dominant and will create the systems and the structures and build in the profitability and do it right, set up the marketing systems and structures for that, you'll own the market. I mean, I see the real estate business becoming more of a two-class system, the haves at an extreme level and the have-nots. And if you want to be in the haves, you're going to have to do something different. And this is where you're going to get different. This is where you're going to find out what's going on and how to really dig in when, you haven't been getting some of the listings you were getting, when it feels slow to you. By the way, there are listings being taken. If not by you, why not? But, when it starts to slow down, feels sluggish to you, how do you get your mind back in it? How do you get your mindset in the right place? How do you get your skills tuned up? How do you get tuned into the things that you need to be doing? How do you do that? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about for 2 days, 5 hours each day, 1 o'clock to 6 o'clock East Coast, 11 o'clock to, 4 o'clock. Did I do that right? No, I don't think so. 1 to 6. That means 10, there you go, 10 to 3 on the West Coast. And so you'll be there for the 5 hours. You won't want to miss anything. And we're going to be doing in a very innovative new Zoom platform. And you're going to be blown away by the things that we can do with that. And I'm just super excited about this. Allison and I have been putting in some serious hours, even getting this talent together, getting these people together was a real feat. And, our marketing team, our event team, all of them are like, this is amazing. But what I'm really excited about is we've been leaking it to a few people who are just super excited. And today was the launch. So go, the site is live. Don't walk, run to breakthrough22.live. And I see Julie is there. Can't wait. Julie, let me see that if I can show there you go. Me too, Julie. I can't wait. Thanks for saying that. We really appreciate you, of course. And your hubby's on board there too. He said it's pretty cool. You guys might be sitting across from each other. I don't know. But anyway, excited to have you guys very much involved with us like that. I see Diana Curtis is in the house. Sham, dude, I am ready. Yeah, I love to hear Bob Berg. Me too. I love me some Bob Berg. He is one of the classiest guys in the business. And, you know, there aren't many authors who are relatable. You know, when you finally meet them, a lot of them are kind of geeky. This dude is on fire. He's amazing. And I can't wait for all of you to meet him. And so we are going to make that happen. May 24th, 25th, write it on your calendars. Run, go get your tickets. Tell your friends, send the link out, get it out to people, make a post, help us out. We would love to have that go on immediately, as they say in the movie, The Matrix, immediately. So go get it. And guys and gals, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being supporters. We really love you, appreciate you. And of course, Expert Partners is up to some big stuff. By the way, we've got another program coming up called The Gateway to Mastery. It's happening in June. So wait for some more stuff to happen on that. But right now, go get this one. $47, guys. Come on. Are you kidding me? Buy 5. Get some friends there. All right. Do something nice for the world of realtors, because we all need help right now. This is where it's happening, and this is what's going on. And we are going to make sure that you guys are tuned in and equipped for the future of real estate, not just the past that you've been part of. So I look forward to having you guys very involved and very engaged with us. And Allison, I know you're watching and you're up there running the studio. So thank you, love. I appreciate you. And for all our team, thanks for everything you guys are doing. There's people all over the globe working on making this thing happen for you guys. So we'll see you soon, and tune in. We'll be doing some more lives about this, and watch, because we're going to be having some lives with all these people. We're going to be doing lives between now and then. We're going to be like the next 2 weeks, we're going to get 10-minute snippets and 5-minute snippets, and you're going to get cool stuff. So stay tuned in. By the way, if you're not part of Expert Partners page, go and get followed, follow us. And we've got this event on Facebook. We've got this event on Instagram, and we want you to be part of Expert Partners and Breakthrough Summit. Follow us. Let's get going, guys. We got some good stuff to do. All right. See you soon. Best wishes. Bye. Yes, Diana, there's a link to share with the people, and it was right there on the screen, and I'll put it right back up just so you get to have that. There you go. Breakthrough22.live. All right, guys, I say goodbye, and I'm still here, and you're still here. What's up with that? All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have fun. Kill it. Go get them.